go.
Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. Pull up, hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on side when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's some ways that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Beat that thing down like you started a tantrum, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls talk, they give you my track list. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You don't know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 you know it's crazy, yeah, crazy,
Let's go.
crazy,
Say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes.
What up? Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Mic check, mic check. All right. Trying to get a noise gate set up. Couldn't figure it out just yet. Um yeah, you should be able to hear me right now. Can you hear me right now? What the fuck is that in my head? Welcome back to another Sneak and Geek Live, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atreus. You can call me Atreus, Atreus, whichever one you want to call me. Over here we cover entertainment news, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever the case may be. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Pardon me for yesterday. I was feeling a little sick. I'm starting to realize it's probably because of a lack of sleep. Probably what it was, more than likely. But we're back. We got a lot to go over today. First, let's go over some housekeeping. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me on Rumble. We have what? We got how many followers we got on Rumble? I forgot. But we got to get to 25 so that we can live stream on Rumble. All right. In addition, I'm trying to think of what else. Rumble, Twitter, Twitch. All right. For those of you who like to use Twitch a lot, you know, we do 2 live streams a day. We got Sneek and Geek early in the afternoon, and then we have our gaming live stream later in the afternoon at 6:30 p.m. Trying to make sure I'm covering everything. Reed says we got 11 on Rumble, the last he checked, which is fine. So we got 14 more followers, guys. We have 45 spots left in the Discord. Yeah, we got 45 spots left in the Discord. After we get 45 more people, it will not be free anymore. Sorry about that. In addition, if you are a person who is a fan of the channel and really want to help out, this is what you can do to help. The best way for you to help is to make sure that you are, one, subscribed to the channel and that you have the notification bell on so you can get all the videos when they come, but that you're playing through all of the videos. Yeah, so that you're playing through all of the videos all the way through and liking them. And the reason why we want you to do that is because we're driving up the watch time and we're driving up the engagement so that our videos are shooting through the algorithm and we can grow as fast as possible. So the best way you want to do this is, even if it's a video that you're not necessarily that interested in, maybe the topic is not something that you want to talk about or anything, or listen to, then you can just simply put the video on 2 times the speed, turn it on mute, and just hit the like button and let it play through. That's the best way to help the channel. However, if that is too much work for you, then I welcome for you to hit the Cash App or the Venmo. Shout out to Honey, who's in the chat. I appreciate you for being here. She says the Discord notifications are back up and working. I appreciate that. So, let's go ahead and deep dive into the Sneek and Geek. All right. And we're gonna cover our first story of the day. I'm fucking up. Sorry if I'm a little bit tired. Sorry if I seem a little bit devoid of energy here. So Captain America New World Order has recently started filming, and we got new set photos. We got to look at Harrison Ford, Tim Blake Nelson on the set of Captain America. As you can see, Tim Blake, his hands are green, which is signs of the leader and everything else. We also had a new casting. Old girl is coming back to play as the daughter of what's our guy's name? The guy who's always pissing off the Avengers. I forgot. Hold on. Go back. Here we go. Liv Tyler. Uh, she's playing the daughter of Betty Ross. Yeah, Thunderbolt Ross. That's his name. And so, you know, but this movie has a lot of controversy around it, right? Um, One of the issues going back is that Captain America passed off his shield to the Falcon instead of the Winter Soldier. So I'm kind of confused by this, right? Because from my understanding that in the comics, Steve Rogers actually did that. He passed off the shield to the Falcon. But it seems that people don't really like that. Or so they felt like Bucky should be Captain America. But I'm confused by that because Bucky is literally an ex-assassin for a terrorist organization. Now, I get it. He was mind controlled. But even with the mind control being removed from his mind by the Wakandans, why would anyone ever consider Bucky Barnes to be a candidate for being Captain America? I don't get that. That's confusing to me. Wouldn't you want, like, the entire point of Captain America is being given to somebody who is morally and ethically not compromised in any sort of way. That was the whole point of the doctor giving it to him, giving him the serum in the first place. And so I thought the idea was that the only person that has ever come close to being that was and I can't, Sam Wilson. That's his name, Sam Wilson. I think the only thing we've seen Sam Wilson do is curse. But I don't think he's a murderer, or I don't think he's had anything in his past that would be, hey, you know, this guy has a sketchy past. I think he's about the only Avenger that doesn't have a sketchy past, right? I mean, Thor has a sketchy past, high arrogance. Doctor Strange has a sketchy past, high arrogance. Hulk has a sketchy past, high anger. Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man doesn't have a sketchy past, besides making poor decisions, which is why we love Spider-Man, by the way. I mean, who else is there? But Spider-Man wouldn't be a candidate for Captain America anyway. So, I mean, Sam Wilson is the only person who fits the bill, but yet everybody seems to be upset that he's Captain America now. Now, you know me, I'm never one to jump straight to, oh, it's got to be racism. No, it's I don't think it's that. Or it might be that, I don't know, but I don't think it's that. But I'm just a little bit confused as to why people are so upset by Sam Wilson being the new Captain America. But yes, Captain America New World Order has started filming. Betty Ross is coming back. And by the way, I thought Captain America and Winter Soldier was pretty decent. It wasn't great. It wasn't amazing. I thought the villain was fucking terrible. Whose idea it was to assign Freckled Jesus as the leader of the Flag Smashers was the most idiotic decision I've ever seen. The most hold on. And let's talk about this. Okay. When I say it was decent, let me downgrade that a little bit. It might have been bad. I don't know. Why in the hell, right? Any other terrorist organization that blows up a building with innocent people inside would be considered the worst of the worst. So why was there so much sympathy for Freckled Jesus at the end? the Flag Smashers. She says this is the only form of communication these people understand. But at the end, when the U.S. senator called her and the rest of the Flag Smashers terrorists, Sam Wilson was like, "You got to stop calling them terrorists, bitch. That's what the fuck they are. They blew up a building with innocent people inside." You know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why people don't look. I'm a black man wearing the Captain America. Who better understands than me? Yeah, maybe y'all are right. Maybe I answered my own question. Maybe y'all are right. Maybe y'all are right. Moving on, I suppose. Honey says everyone has high arrogance, such diverse characteristics. That's a good point. That's a good point. Captain Superman, Henry Cavill is new Captain America. Excuse me. Boy. Henry Cavill is Captain America. You know, who could Henry Cavill play in the MCU? Who could Henry Cavill play? I think it's a missed opportunity to not cast Henry Cavill in the MCU. Perhaps they've already tried and maybe he turned it down. But now that he's not in DC universe anymore. But before he accepts any role in the MCU, they need to fix that train wreck. But who could Henry Cavill play, right? Let's see. He could play the Sentry. So let's go down the this would be fun. I didn't plan on doing this, but this could be fun. What characters could Henry Cavill play? What about the Sentry? This is a Superman-like role, right? But this dude is blonde. The Sentry is like Marvel's version of Superman, but mentally, very, very mentally unstable. I don't know. Now let me know. Who would you think? You think he would make an awesome Punisher? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Reed. Spawn? You trolling. Spawn? Well, we know Jamie Foxx is playing Spawn. But and plus when it comes to the Punisher, John Bernthal is already taken. And he killed that role. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Let's see. Who could he really play? Who hasn't been used yet? Adam Warlock is taken. He would have made a good Adam Warlock. Could he play Reed Richards? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. You know who would be perfect for Henry Cavill to play? Mr. Motherfucking Sinister. He already looks like Henry Cavill. Just give Henry some long hair. That would be great, right? That would be awesome. I don't know. All right, let's get back on task. Point is blonde. The Witcher has gray hair. You're right. You're right. But what would Henry Cavill look like blonde? don't know. I don't know about that. Could he be Blade? I mean, sure. If we want to race swap him, sure. We race swap everything else, but you know that wouldn't go over well, right? What? Toxic masculine white male replacing black male? No, that can't happen. All right, let's move on. Let's see what we got next. Okay, let's talk about Jonathan Majors. Uh, this has been an interesting developing story over the week. Jonathan Majors has officially been charged by New York in the assault case. And I just want so this has been an irritating story for me because I take allegations against men when it comes to sexual misconduct or abuse very seriously, and so I don't cover this lightly. I see a lot of people on YouTube, even people that I'm a fan of, constantly dropping videos, and it's highly irritating because I love how none of the details around this make any sense, but everybody's already running with the narrative that he did it. When we've constantly had cases over the last 2 years where we know women have been dishonest, false allegations, recanted things, but yet a lot of the colleagues in my space are really running with it. And some of them, what they're doing is they're making thumbnails or titles where they're like, lock him up, or, they're saying disparaging things about him. And then when you watch the video, perhaps they're not saying the same things so it's clickbait. But either way, that helps tarnish his reputation. Once again, I'm never one to cry racism. I think this more has to do with the fact that a lot of people are so ready to cover anything negative with Disney or Hollywood's tag next to it. Oh, something happened to this Hollywood actor or this Disney actor. Let me cover it. Let me make it the most negative it can possibly be, or at least that's what I'm hoping it is. Because once again, I don't buy the whole racism thing. Um, so Jonathan Majors has maintained his innocence in the alleged assault case since his arrest last weekend. The Creed 3 actor, who has been accused of assault and harassment following a domestic dispute with his girlfriend, has now released a piece of evidence that may help prove his stance. On Thursday, the Creed 3 actor's legal team unveiled text messages between Majors and the alleged victim that reportedly shows her taking responsibility for the dispute. According to Variety, the messages show that the woman writing to Majors, "I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone," and that she was angry that the 33-year-old woman had been detained by police. Reportedly, she also told police that she did not agree with the charges placed on Majors. She said, I reiterated how this was not an attack. She allegedly wrote while also implying that she had injuries and that there was a fight. Major's lawyer, Chaudhry, also shared 3 sets of messages by the unnamed woman that allegedly asked of Major's well-being following the arrest, blah, 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 blah. She was just, I guess I'll just have to read these. Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did. I'm sorry you're in this position. We will make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you. She also wrote, they just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about the strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. She went on, I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can On my end, I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior out of care. She promised all would be relayed. Uh, so you get that's what the text messages said. Now, a lot of articles and YouTubers are saying that um these text messages are going to backfire. Because you believe that it proves that there was a fight. No, it proves that there was a domestic altercation. It doesn't prove that he strangled her. It doesn't prove that he assaulted her or anything. There was a fight, and a fight could mean anything. A fight doesn't mean physical. A fight means if if I'm in my phone and she reaches for my phone and I pushes her off me, is that considered a fight? Now, as far as the injuries go, I don't have any information as how severe were these injuries. We're talking about a white woman, right? Big black man dating a white woman. What? Jonathan Majors is what? About 6'2"? Hold on. So he's about 6 foot. Says 5'11". This says 6 foot. Yeah, so he's about 6 foot, right? So Jonathan Majors is about 6 foot. Probably it says he's 202 pounds. 6 foot, 202 pounds. If that man truly assaulted a white woman, you would know it. Off rip. Off rip, you would know it. And she would be bruised all over the place. And so some of these people, especially YouTubers, one of the things that was irritating me was this idea that, oh, because she recanted her story, she was 100% paid off. That's interesting. So let me get this straight. So you're one of the biggest actors in Hollywood. You're working for Disney. You got Creed 3 going. You got another film coming out later this year. And you're gonna assault your girlfriend, your white girlfriend. We all know it, black dude with a white woman. We all know about that. You're gonna assault your white girlfriend and strangle her in a taxi cab in front of the taxi driver. And then call the police and say, hey, yo, she tripping. And the police get there and you don't think they're going to say, you're with a white woman. We see handprints on her neck. And then after they lock you up, you're going to pay her to recant her story. Y'all got to use your head. We got to use some critical thinking here. I hope that this is more of, we just don't like anything Disney or anything Hollywood, and so we're going to cover it, Nick. But, I don't know. I feel as though when the Johnny Depp situation happened, people were more this isn't adding up. But with this situation, it seems like people are more inclined to believe the victim here, and I'm confused by that. Additionally, this is in New York. Y'all gotta understand, New York is a very liberal state. They're gonna take any opportunity they can to lock a man up when it comes to domestic violence. And notice how the young lady said she was told that charges wouldn't be filed, but they went ahead and charged files anyway. So you're telling me that if a victim says, I am not a victim, I do not want to file charges, the state's going to go ahead and, fuck what the victim talking about. We say she's a victim. Come on, bro. Come on now. But you know, I'll let y'all run with the narrative. Um, Whatever. All right. Reed says the thing is, look where it happened. New York and all blue states have more racist cops and altercations than any other state. I live in Atlanta. I know we're a blue city, but Georgia's a definitely a red state. And our police is more relaxed than anybody. Fulton County don't give a damn. I think Fulton County like is like, man, fuck these folks. They ain't responding to nothing less than a damn murder situation. Um, Now they will pull you over, but I mean, other than that, like, I think Fulton County is pretty. People be acting like I'm not one of those anti-police people, so I can't really speak to racist encounters or whatever. I've been pulled over, and in Clayton County, uh, um, I don't know if they're as liberal. In Clayton County, I've been pulled over by so many quote unquote racist white cops with nothing happening that I just can't. Like, I remember I got pulled over twice in one day for speeding, and I got pulled over by two cops with the cliche, you know, big white dude with the racist buzz cut. Yeah, boy, what you doing there? those kind of cops, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. Both times were my fault. I was speeding. Both times I got off with no ticket. So much for racism, I suppose. So I don't know. When black people come to me with the whole every cop is racist thing or whatever the case may be, I just be like, no. What it is instead when you get pulled over, instead of just putting your hands on the steering wheel and saying, good afternoon, what seems to be the issue, officer, y'all motherfuckers be like, yo, what the fuck you pulled me over for? And I couldn't be no cop because I grow mad with power. I'd be like, oh, you talking crazy? Bet I'm gonna make your day a lot longer than what it had to be. Because all I was trying to pull you over was to tell you your tail light was out. But because you got an attitude and you don't respect authority, you want to talk all crazy. All right, bet. Reed says, I'm not either, but you cannot hide that most interactions that get on TV are in blue states or states that have huge blue cities. Agreed. Agreed. All right, guys, make sure you're liking the video on your way in. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Rumble. Join the Discord. Let me go ahead and grab that for you. Let me go ahead and grab the Discord. All right, there is the link to the Discord in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, it will not be free forever. We got 45 spots left. So there's that. Additionally, make sure that you're subscribed. The notification bell is turned on. Every video that drops, you got to play them. If you want to support the channel, if you want to help the channel grow, you got to play them all the way through. Even if you're not interested in the particular video, turn the video on, put it on mute, put the playback speed on 2, and let it play all the way through. Make sure you're hitting the like button. That way we can send that video out into the algorithm. It has been working, ladies and gentlemen. So it's proven to work. Keep doing it. If not, and you want to help without doing all that work, you're more than welcome to donate. There's a link to my Venmo and Cash App in the description. Let's move on to the next topic. On our daily episode of Victoria Alonso, allegedly, according to Bounding Into Comics, Victoria never really had much power like that. A new report claims that fired Marvel executive Victoria Alonso never had much power at Disney. I have not read this. Now, you think that I would have learned my lesson by bringing up articles that I haven't read, but I haven't learned my lesson. So we'll pray that this actually has some decent information in it. This new report comes from Matthew Baloney at Puck, where he discussed the now public battle between the Walt Disney Company and the fired Marvel Studios executive. Baloney writes at an outlet, Alonso never had that much power at Disney, despite her public profile and personal positioning, though she did lord over Marvel's VFX contractors. Aside from this bit of information, Baloney provides his point of view on the now public battle between Alonso and Disney, claiming much of it had to do with her producing the Amazon Studios film Argentina, rather than a slew of reasons that they could have canned her for, namely her belittling behavior towards vendors, the relentless self-promotion, or the fact that the visual effects in Marvel productions, her actual job, have been specifically and repeatedly called out as lacking by fans, the media, and actual VFX professionals. Okay, so what they're saying here is that there's much ado about her power at Marvel, but she never really had much power, so much as she had power over VFX artists, which was her actual job, and the fact that she kept self-promoting, uh, belittling vendors, and the visual effects just wasn't up to par. That sounds believable to me. However, this claim that Alonso did not have that much power is significant, as it signals that not much will change at the Walt Disney Company when it comes to the social agendas the company has embraced, especially the promotion of sexual orientation and gender ideology to young children. This agenda was specifically revealed by former CEO Bob Chapek when the company chose to embroil itself in a public debate over a Florida law banning instruction of sexual orientation and gender ideology to children and grade. I disagree with that, Bounty, and here's why I disagree with that. Because what it signals is that they no longer have the luxury of prioritizing that. Now, does that mean they're going to completely stop? No. But what they've shown with all of these companies is that when it's time, when shit hits the fan and shit starts to go bad, the first people to go are the wokesters, because they aren't bringing you any profit. So I don't think it's going to change their philosophy, so to speak, but I do think that there's going to be less. I think what you're going to start, my prediction is you're going to start to see less and less of it being promoted because they can't afford it. They can no longer afford it. And then we'll see if Disney ever picks it back up, if they decide to go back to trying to promote it. We'll see. And this is just the rest of the article is just recanting what happened with the Don't Say Gay bill. Victoria Alonso is definitely, there was the thing about her refusing to censor the woke stuff in Ant-Man, and part of that played a role in her being fired. Excuse me. And so I disagree. I actually think that there are going to be some changes at Disney, or they can continue to falter. So that has been your daily Victoria Alonso update. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. Let's move on to our next topic. So, hold on. One second, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So remember the other day we did a video on the CW's DC soap opera, Gotham Knights. And remember they tried to, let me just pull up the old article, right? Because, you know, just for those who may not believe us, but they tried to spin these numbers. Where is it? Where is it? Wait a minute. No way. Hold on now. Hold on now. Now, y'all got to see this. Okay, so what I was going to say was that, oh, okay. Here's one. That's one. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So CBR kept those up. But it seems as though many of those articles that claimed that Gotham Knights' bad reviews wasn't affecting its ratings have been either deleted or they're simply just buried in whatever Google algorithm, news algorithm they have. But remember, this article we went over the other day where CBR tried to spin this as if they were getting viewership. And remember what they said. Gotham Knights had a strong premiere as one of the United States' most in-demand breakout series, ranking with 16.9 times the average series demand. Series demand. They didn't say viewership. Series demand, ladies and gentlemen. This is a massive 146% increase since the show's premiere aired March 14th. And data comes in from Parrot Analytics, which takes into account consumer research streaming, downloads, and social media, among other engagement. Not viewership. Not viewership, ladies and gentlemen. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that Bounding is saying that the CW's DC soap opera, Gotham Knights, circling cancellation, ratings dropped 200,000 after first episode. Holy. The Arrowverse is dead and everyone has next to no reason to check in on anything related to DC on TV. Moreover, as a nexus for that division of the company, the CW is a black hole after changing ownership to at a cost of nothing except debt. Between these two dismal realities, Gotham Knights was doomed from the start. Like Batwoman and Naomi before it, things aren't looking good for the new series, and the ratings just aren't there. It's already circling the drain after only 2 episodes, which experienced a substantial dip from week to week, according to TV series finale. Episode 2 of Gotham Knights was only watched by 0.428 million people, which is 428,000 viewers. That is down from the previous week's series premiere, which garnered 609,000 and is a drop of 200,000 people. In the key demo, 18 by 49, Gotham Knights experienced a loss of 27.27%, while overall viewership slipped by 29.72%. Batwoman, Black Lightning, and Legends of Tomorrow all had similar numbers and drops before being canceled. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Ladies and gentlemen, they will lie to spin anything. But this show is garbage. Garbage. You can't make it up. I mean, the numbers. Shout out to Mounting into Comics. But the numbers are right there for you. You gotta always look deeper because they will lie. Um, Reed says, I've been saying this for 2 years. When you turn your back on your viewers and you do not admit your error, then you deserve to die with the other woke stuff. I don't feel they deserve a second chance. And he's referring to Disney. Yeah, possibly not. So yeah, this show is gonna get canceled because nobody's watching it. The material is garbage. And that guy who said he wasted his time on DC, yeah, you continue to waste your time because you continue to bring up garbage. As I told you a couple days ago, they're lying. Their viewership numbers are not there, and this all but proves it. So we feel vindicated. So we'll move on. We will move on. All right. We got 2 more stories left. Let's hop into a bigger story. Not really a bigger story, but oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. X-Files, X-Files, X-Files. So before we dive into this one, I just want to say that I am a really big Ryan Coogler fan. I love his work. I love his story. I love the fact that he's married to a woman who believed in him and invested into him. And if she was to ever decide that she wants to leave and take half, it's her half. So if you don't know Ryan Coogler's story, he went, I don't know if it was the University of Southern California. He was in college and he was playing football. Well, he wanted to go to college and play football, but they told him he was too small. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 5'7" or something like that. But they told him he was too small. And he was in I guess a literature class, and he had a task of writing a story or something like that. And he wrote it, and his professor told him he was really good at writing stories. And she said he should look into writing, movies. And so he told his girlfriend, and his girlfriend bought him a Final Draft, which is the software on Mac for writing scripts. You know anything about that shit? That shit is not cheap. That shit's like $1,500. So his girlfriend bought it, and then he wrote Fruitvale Station, which garnered him a lot of attention. And then, of course, he went on to do Black Panther. He's done Creed now. And now he's going on to do X-Files. There's a new version of X-Files on the horizon from Ryan Coogler, according to the series X-Files Chris Carter. I just spoke to a young man, Ryan Coogler, who is going to remount the X-Files with a diverse cast. Ryan, as a big fan of your work, I just fucked up the album. I just sent my software into the Matrix. My bad. Hold up. My bad. I just sent my software into the Matrix. I didn't mean to do that. But as a big fan of your work, I'm begging you not to do this. I am begging you not to do this. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I know you're going to do it anyway. I don't understand why such a talented individual won't do his own work. Why won't you guys bring any new ideas, any new IPs? Why do you consistently take on IPs that are already established? Now you risk ruining your own reputation by doing this. Because if this series isn't amazing, you're going to get roasted. That's just the facts. You're taking a series that already has a fan base that loves it, and now you're bringing the dreaded diversity into it. Why? So he's got his work cut out for him because we covered so much territory. 20th television declined to comment. Deadline has reached out to Coogler's reps. Coogler's production banner Proximity Media is under a 5-year exclusive deal with Disney Television, which Deadline reported exclusively in 2001. The X-Files premiered in 1993 with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson starring as FBI special agents Mulder and Scully, respectively, for 11 seasons. The duo investigated cases involving the paranormal. Carter said the show would be totally different today, as today we're steeped in conspiracies. Most recently, Coogler released a follow-up to Black Panther entitled Wakanda Forever, which he co-wrote and directed. The film received recognition on the awards circuit, including 5 Oscar nominations. Yep, and mind you, this is a Disney property, so I guess that makes sense as to why he won't do his own thing. Because if he has, I didn't know that his production company has a 5-year exclusive deal with Disney. Which, okay, if you have a 5-year exclusive deal with Disney, fair enough. To get your own production company off the ground, fair enough. Okay, I have no problem with that. You owe Disney. They helped you build this reputation. They helped you. I mean, you were gonna go off anyway, but you catapulted to the top of Hollywood when you did Black Panther, and then you did Creed, and now you got to do X-Files. So, okay, fair enough. I'll give you that. So he's doing what he has to do. And for those of you who don't know, this is what you have to do in Hollywood. If you're going to come in and you're going to start your own production company off the backs of our reputation, which is, he got big. I mean, Fruitvale Station was good, but it wasn't so good that he was going to catapult to the top of Hollywood. Well, now you get your own production company. You gotta pay your due diligence with Disney. That's just what it is. Reed says, he says diversity, inclusivity, and equality brings death. I think he meant equity. Not just established, but ran to its full potential and ended. Agreed. So yeah, that's that. So I mean, I wish him the best of luck. I hope that you focus more on story, Ryan, instead of being diverse. But we'll see. I feel like everything Ryan has touched right now has been good. Wakanda Forever wasn't great, but I think that had more to do with the fact that he couldn't have predicted the death of Chadwick Boseman, and I think he was hamstrung. So I won't penalize him for Wakanda Forever. But anyway, we're gonna before we move on to our final story, make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you're sharing this video out there. Make sure you guys are joining the Discord. It's in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking the video, playing through all of the videos if you want to help the channel. Put it on 2 times the playback speed. Put the video on mute if you're not interested in watching it, and just play it through. Help the videos get out into the algorithm, and we can continue to grow. All right, let's move on to our final story. Mike Flanagan pitched his pick on Clayface to Warner Brothers DC. Uh-oh. Dr. Sleep filmmaker Mike Flanagan has pitched a feature version of Clayface over at the studio. Several sources tell Deadline, however, no word on the green light yet. And the studio has not said no. There are no offers and no deals, though typically a DC supervillain in the Flanagan pick, should it move forward, he wouldn't be a bad guy. So we hear. Why? This has so much potential to be a great horror movie, and you want to turn him into a good guy? Why? Please reject this. Word is that Flanagan and his Intrepid Pictures partner Trevor Macy had a meeting with DC bosses James Gunn and Peter Safran. Flanagan, we understand, wasn't pitching the character to be part of Matt Reeves' DC Elseworld, the Batman 2 set for October 3, 2025 release date. That said, other sources are telling us that scripts are constantly changing and that Clayface is a big addition to Matt Reeves' Batman 2. So that's more breaking news. Clayface is apparently going to be in Batman 2, the Batman 2. So, I'm looking more forward to that, which is interesting because the Batman was such a grounded and gritty experience. It's kind of weird that they're going to go into Clayface, but I'm all for it. My biggest gripe with all of the Batman movies was that they're so scared to go into the supernatural that it pisses me off. You got so many villains that you're leaving on the table because you want to do this grounded and gritty bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck that. Go supernatural. I want to see Clayface. I want to see the real Bane, not the Bane we got in the Dark Knight Rises. The real Bane. I want to see the Court of Owls and the Talons. I want to see, I want to see Scarecrow, not Batman Begins Scarecrow. I want to see a suit. I want to see Scarecrow, nigga. So anyway, let's continue reading. Let's wait until the dust settles here and something moves forwards. It remains to be seen whether Clayface is in connection between the Batman 2 Elseworld and Gunn and Safran's feature series, Sprawling DC's Gods and Monsters, Chapter 1. But Clayface got his DC introduction as part of... Okay, they're just recapping. They're just But this is I don't want to see a Clayface film where he's a protagonist. Stop it. Get some help. Oh, Killer Croc. That's another one. DC, if you want to see good, give me Clayface and give me Killer Croc. I will bring you a great horror film. But don't do this. I don't even need Batman. Just give me Vicky Vale. Give me Vicky Vale, a reporter. Give me Jeff. I was about to say Jeff Gordon. Lieutenant Gordon. I can't even remember his first name. Lieutenant Gordon, Vicky Vale, maybe Alfred. I don't know. And give me Bruce Wayne. I don't even need Batman. I'll just have Batman show up at the end. Well, I could use Batman, but not really like make him the face of it. But I don't really need that. Just give me Killer Croc or Clayface. I'll give you a great horror movie. But this whole turning villains into these protagonists, fuck out of here, bro. Like, y'all are so pussyfied. Give us villains. Villains. Batman is known for his villains. Stop trying to pussify everything, man. But anyway. Reed says, it would be cool for DC to focus on villains only. Yeah, it would be cool. All right, guys. That has been the Sneak and Geek for today. We've gone our hour. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm always thinking of ways to kind of advertise better. I need to do better with Twitter advertising, TikTok advertising. and everything else. To try to get you know, more and more people involved. So we'll continue to do that. Um, I just gotta get better. We'll get better. But that has been a Sneaky Geek for today. Reed says turning villains into good guys is a Disney thing. Absolutely. This ain't Naruto. We ain't trying to turn every villain into a goddamn superhero. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. That has been the Sneaky Geek for today. Hopefully tomorrow our guests will come through and we'll get the special. So to cosplayers, yeah, I'll have to do more research on that and get because what I want to do is on the show when the Sneaking Geek turns more into the show that I want it to be, I wanted to have cosplayers on the show. That's what I wanted to do. But that's further down the line. We got much work to do. And so yeah, but I appreciate you, Reed, for showing up. I appreciate you, Honey, for showing up. And whoever else might have shown up and didn't comment. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.